The past few weeks have unveiled a series of decisions by Donald Trump that demand our attention, not just for their immediate impact, but for what they reveal about leadership, accountability, and the soul of a nation. Let's begin with a moment that should have united us in grief, but instead exposed a chilling disconnect. 4 American soldiers lost their lives during a NATO training mission in Lithuania. These were not just names on a casualty report, they were sons, daughters, parents, and patriots. Yet when asked about their deaths, Trump shrugged. "I wasn't briefed. I don't know anything about it." Imagine for a moment the families of the fallen hearing those words. Leadership isn't just about commanding armies, it's about honoring sacrifice. A president's indifference to loss doesn't just wound military morale. It fractures the covenant between a nation and those who defend it. Now contrast that with another defining policy, Trump's abrupt announcement of 25% tariffs on all foreign-made automobiles. This isn't just a tax on cars, it's a gamble with the livelihoods of millions. Analysts warn these tariffs could spike vehicle prices by $15,000, crush auto sales, and trigger layoffs across factories and dealerships. But the damage doesn't stop there. Retaliatory tariffs from allies could ignite a global trade war, strangling exports, inflating prices, and pushing a fragile economy toward recession. The stock market's plunge, NASDAQ down 2%, S&P 500 reeling, isn't just numbers on a screen. It's a flashing warning sign. Economic stability is hanging by a thread. Yet even as these policies unfold, another scandal brews behind closed doors. National security officials tasked with guarding America's secrets casually discussed classified war plans on Signal, a messaging app. Think about that. Battle strategies, strike coordinates, sensitive intelligence, all exchanged in a chat labeled Houthi Small Group, with reporters like The Atlantic's Jeffrey Goldberg added to the thread. This isn't just carelessness, it's a breach of trust. When adversaries can exploit leaked plans, soldiers pay the price. When leaders treat national security like a casual group text, everyone pays the price. But perhaps the most harrowing chapter is what's happening to migrants under Trump's policies. Take Neri Alvarado, a baker from Dallas. His crime? An autism awareness tattoo honoring his brother. ICE agents labeled it gang-related, kidnapped him, and shipped him to a detention camp in El Salvador. No trial, no evidence, no humanity. His story isn't unique. A gay makeup artist, a professional soccer player with a Real Madrid tattoo, all swept into these camps, branded terrorists without proof. These aren't facilities, they're modern-day horrors, where asylum seekers vanish into concrete cells, stripped of dignity, due process, and hope. Thankfully, the courts are pushing back. The D.C. Circuit Court recently ruled that Trump's regime cannot deport migrants to these camps without proving their actual threats. It's a landmark rebuke, a reminder that even in dark times, the rule of law can shine a light. But for those already trapped, justice is delayed. And in a democracy, delayed justice is justice denied. So, where does this leave us? Trump dismisses every scandal as a witch hunt. Leaked war plans, witch hunt. Migrant abuses, witch hunt. Economic turmoil, witch hunt. But let's be clear, when leaders evade accountability, when they silence dissent with slogans, they don't just fail the presidency, they fail the people. This isn't about partisan politics, it's about the fundamentals of leadership, empathy for the fallen, prudence in policy, respect for justice, and above all, accountability to those you serve. The question isn't just what Trump has done, it's who we become if we tolerate it. Will we be a nation that looks away as families are torn apart, that shrugs as soldiers are forgotten, that trades stability for chaos? The answer lies with us. Share this story. Demand transparency. Hold power to account. Because in the end, democracy isn't a spectator sport. It's a call to action. And the clock is ticking.